What up, Block fam? Welcome to today's episode where we are unboxing and going over the Scorpion Exo Apex Series motorcycle helmet. Metallic black, comes with pinlock, comes with an extra visor, and I got this from J&P Cycles. So if you guys are watching this video because you have this helmet or you're interested in purchasing this helmet, do me a huge favor. Post down in the comments below your thoughts and opinions of it. And if you're thinking about purchasing it, comment down below why you're currently looking at this helmet and considering buying it. This is a review video and it's basically meant to show you guys everything you need to know about this helmet. I'm gonna unbox it. I'm gonna rip it apart. I'm gonna show you guys everything on the interior. We're gonna go through all the features. We're gonna go through macro details from like the stitching to the clips and all that stuff, how easily it comes apart, how easily it goes together. And after all that, I'm gonna throw it on and I'm gonna go take it for a ride so that I can tell you guys how it actually feels while riding motorcycles. So this Scorpion Exo Apex Series Eclipse is from J&P Cycles. I scooped this one up from them, and I will be sure to drop a link to this helmet as well as others down in the description below. J&P Cycles, if you guys haven't heard of them, they have pretty much everything when it comes to your motorcycle needs. Helmets, gear, they've got riding pants, they've got jackets, also parts. We did a build collaboration with J&P Cycles where we were taking a modern 2025 Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic and building it into a retro mod inspired by a 1937 Harley-Davidson knucklehead, and we were able to order a ton of vintage style parts from J&P Cycles. They literally have everything that you need. First things first, let's unbox this thing and see how it looks, how it's packaged, everything that comes in the box and all that stuff. Actually very well packaged. In that package we have the helmet inside of a helmet bag, visor inside of a visor bag, super dry no-eatum pinlock fog resistant lens, and we have these two things that were actually in the package that kind of help to reinforce the packaging, but on the tops it says do not discard, may include parts. This one does not include parts. Looks like we've got some Scorpion Exo silicone oil and the Eclipse Tech Manual. Now, the main course, what you guys are here for, the helmet. Reveal time! All right, so the Scorpion Exo Eclipse helmet. Advanced materials, precision craftsmanship, and modern design. This thing's actually built from premium 12K chopped carbon strands, giving it a lightweight feel without sacrificing strength. You get a pinlock ready clear face shield with what they call max vision insert for crystal clarity, plus an extra dark smoke shield for those sunny rides. Built-in drop down smoke shield, super convenient. Inside, it's all about comfort and function, antimicrobial, laser cut cheek pads that wick moisture and cut down on wind noise. You also have speaker pockets for your comms setup and an adjustable liner and sun visor to fine tune your fit and visibility. I haven't ever seen the adjustable liner in other helmets. That's an awesome addition. Scorpion packed it all into a handcrafted 7-layer light force carbon matrix shell finished with titanium double D rings, and it is all certified for both DOT and ECE 22.06 standards. The Eclipse delivers a premium look and premium performance as well, currently for under $600. This is my first time ever seeing one of these in person, and yeah, I gotta say, it's a pretty cool design. I do like the way that it kind of comes back, tapers here. It's very aggressive, like sharp looking. The overall like side profile, helmet shape looks really good. You've got latch in the center. It's very smooth too. It's like, you can't even hear like clunk clunks. Normally there's like locking points. So that's 1, 2, 3, nice. Clips right there, nice. It does look like a toolless mechanism for the visor. Vents here in the front, open and closable. Vent here in the top. Damn, that entire thing is a vent, so. Open, closed. Yeah, that's awesome for gloves. On the side here, you've got a spot for drop-down visor right there. So built-in internal drop-down visor. There's a little thing on the side here that is for Bluetooth. I'm pulling it. It opens like a little thing. I assume you like click on like some kind of Bluetooth system for that, and it like locks into place. Put it in and twist it to lock it, which is pretty convenient. That's a good looking helmet. ECE R22.06 approved and DOT. Weight wise, it feels pretty good. It's not like super heavy. This material here that they use, like the plastic in both that vent and this one, it looks like it's reflective. Interior padding feels really nice. Chin strap, double D's, D-rings. Throw it on real quick just to see how it fits. I ordered the 2XL. The last 2XL I ordered ended up being a little big for me. It was the Shoei, but let's see how this thing feels. That's a good feeling helmet. It's really interesting the way that the padding goes like kind of around the ears. So along here, like you feel it. The material, whatever the padding is, it feels cool, like it's kind of cold. That fits really well, so their sizing chart is accurate. Boom, internal visor, like a fighter pilot. Whenever you go into HUD mode, you're like, I got a bogey on my 6, can't shake them.
The noise level, whenever I closed the visor, it got real quiet.
That's actually pretty crazy. It's a noticeable difference. And how smooth the visor feels whenever you go to close it is really nice. All the way open, and then there's a locking point like right here, which is like kind of halfway, like right in my line of sight if I were looking straight. A spot like right about here. Once you close it, holy shit, it gets real quiet. That's crazy.
It's a solid click. Like there's no lifting it up unless you're gonna press that little button right there, so.
I gotta get used to that. I'm not a huge fan of the center press button, just because I know, right, they probably do it so that you can use both your right and your left hand, like to open. But for the most part, you know, when you're on throttle, it's like you're using your left hand. So personal preference, I like having the little piece here to like pull up, but I totally understand why it's in the middle.
Like there's a solid click, and it won't come up unless you press that fucking thing.
It is fogging up already, so if you guys can tell as I'm exhaling.
See all the fog?
Very foggy. Let's go ahead and take care of that, because they do send you a pinlock lens. This is a fog resistant lens. I have gone over these previously in some videos. Essentially, this traps a layer of air between this visor and this lens, and it's like a little thin piece of insulated air so that it doesn't fog up. We are going to need to remove the visor, but I actually don't want to keep the clear visor. I would assume that the one that they shipped it with, this one here, is a tinted visor. All right, there we go, the pinlock lens. So I have not touched the inside of this whatsoever, so I don't have to clean it off. You want to install it with that silicone bead facing inwards towards the lens, right? All right, there we go. Pinlock installed. Ta-da! Get this visor off. So it's gonna be this little jammy right here, right? So you press down on that. Or up on it. Yeah, press up on it. There we go. All right, now we're just gonna line the new visor up with the holes here, and then we should just be able to click it in. I am spoiled by some other helmet companies. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. That took me way longer than it should have. Now we have the tinted visor on it. We can go ahead and remove this film. Damn, and it looks so much better. Good looking helmet, man. Choo. I just noticed it has like a chin guard already installed on it. That also really helps with like the sound as you're riding. And look, no fogging. No fogging at all. I'm gonna clean this thing up with one of the best helmet cleaning products, which is our Blockhead Moto Quick Detailer Waterless Wash. This stuff is seriously great for being able to clean helmets. If you're going cross country or whatever, even if you're just going across town, you're gonna get smudges on your helmet. Like I've been handling this one for a little bit. Clean microfiber required.
Wow, man.
Blockhead Moto Quick Detailer Waterless Wash. F***ing awesome for helmets. I just want to go ride with this thing. Let's just go hop on a bike and...
Ooh, it's kind of chilly. But you know what? I don't feel any airflow in the helmet because I have all the vents closed, and that is a good sign. That means it keeps air out, and it should hopefully keep out water too. Whenever I do open them up, gotta get this one open. There we go. Oh my God, there's so much more airflow. Holy. The front one lets in a ton of air. You just gotta figure out where the hell it is. There it is. All right, so once you get like that feel of it, it's easy with gloves. Yeah, we're shutting the air off because it's cold, man. Currently in Ohio. As you can see, the landscape is not Florida. We out here Ohioing it up. First initial thoughts, impressions about the helmet. I will compare it to other helmets. In terms of wind noise, because I have no fairing in front of me, I will say it's probably the second quietest that I've tested recently. The Shoei RF 1400 being the quietest so far. That's plenty quiet. I would still probably, like on a long road trip, end up wearing plug phones. Fitment is great. It's more squeezing like kind of the lower jaw area and then around the ears. There's not really any of that pressure along the crown, right? So no pressure points up here, which is awesome. If you have pressure points up there in a helmet, it can lead to headaches, and it just ends up being incredibly uncomfortable. Internal visor, right? The drop down visor, which operates here. So basically pull that down, visor up, visor down. That's pretty easy. Traps burps in pretty well. That was a Dr. Pepper burp, and yep, just kind of swimming in it right now. For the visor, woo, damn. It might seem like a silly thing to be surprised at, but a lot of times whenever you close the visor to helmets and close the vents, there's still wind getting through. But this thing is really, really keeping the wind out. And it makes a big difference, especially when you're in the cold or if you're in the rain. But whenever I press that centerpiece, open the visor up, it's so smooth. That's one of the things like really surprising to me, is just how smooth it feels. Wherever you stop it, it doesn't have locking points really. I mean, all the way open, but then wherever you stop, it kind of stays. I'm really impressed with the quality of this thing, to be honest. Oh, that's beautiful out here, dang. The fitment on this thing for the size chart was pretty accurate. Like, this thing fits me really well. It fits me better than the Shoei does. What a great bike. Freaking love this thing. Current Blockhead bike giveaway motorcycle, season 12 of us giving away customized Harley Davidsons, and I've been riding it around in bone stock form, and we're gonna strip it down to frame and build it up. Even in bone stock form, I'm freaking loving this bike. Twin cam soft tail. By the time we're done with this thing, it's gonna be sick. Honestly, I think this helmet might just become my new main helmet. I am very well impressed with this thing. The chin curtain's blocking any wind from the bottom. Obviously the beard helps with that one as well. In gloves, you need to be able to like feel a change in like the surface, because you can't feel like the really fine small details. They've done really well in those designs. This one you can feel like incredibly well. This one, once you get your hand on it, you can feel it pretty well. Oh man, what a fucking great helmet. Let's take this thing off and talk about the rest of it.
What'd you think of the helmet?
Dude, that's a f***ing nice helmet. I can't show Amanda in this video. She's jet lagging kinda. 5 days of Las Vegas.
Makes it look pretty rough.
So she's never seen it. This is just her first time handling it.
It's easy. Yeah, I like that it has that click almost, but it's a firm click.
Yeah, what do you think about the paint, like the finish?
It's beautiful. I was looking at that first. I do think that's beautiful.
The interior, too.
I know, that's kind of, it's so soft.
Yeah.
I mean, it is soft. It feels like workout, like sweat wicking material. It's like buttery.
All right, so if we rip out the interior, there you
This
go.
is the one you just wore on your ride?
Yeah, I haven't even taken the pads out yet.
I can't stop squeezing it because it feels so nice. It's unexpected.
What I like also is these are flat rather than chrome, which provides more bite. Whenever I was trying to take it off, it was like, I'm like, get off of me.
Even the pull.
I like the pull.
A lot nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, the pull actually like gives you like a good kind of purchase on it. The snaps on this thing from the back of these. One, and this is one of those things that like most people won't think of, they're red and not black.
So you can see them.
So you can see them like whenever you're trying to do low light.
A lot of helmets don't have any adjustability. This has a little bit of movement to it.
Sound isolating. Look at the interior, like the plastic here, and then like everything up here. It feels good. Oh shit, is this adjustable too? It is. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
cranium.
That's new.
Yeah, so like if you want to tighten this, right, you can unvelcro those parts and like pull it back further.
I don't know if it fits my big dome. Freaking comfy.
Yeah.
Transformers.
You look just like a Spartan. Little ear inserts come out, so that you've got the spot for speakers. That's a look at pulling it apart, all the interior, you know, all the padding. It is skeletonized. I would assume for weight reduction, the material feels seriously like really, really great. Like Amanda was saying, like a workout material, moisture wicking.
It did say washable on everything.
Interior of this thing looks freaking great. Honestly, like I'm just so impressed. I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble it real quick. Headliner first. Nice positive click. Snaps in. So let's go ahead and get the sides in. You do have to run the straps through them. That one would go, you can see a little plastic piece in the back there. That's a little bit of a chore. Okay. Once you kind of get it under that lip.
Which is nice that it has this lip here.
Yeah.
Because that's going to help with keeping the air out of your helmet.
3 snaps, so one towards the back, good snap, towards the front, one towards the top. That adjustability is nice because I can push that like piece up or down. Man. Dude, this helmet feels nice, man. That's really close. Hello. The only thing, like I said, I don't like is this being in the center, especially for the fact that whenever you close it, like it's locked.
Oh, you gotta...
Like it's locked. I would maybe make that a little larger. If it were up to me, I would move this whole thing to over here because I'm a fan of left side. Can't really feel that too well with gloves. That's a nice helmet. The only thing I can really fault it for, and it's just personal preference, is the centerpiece and that button not quite being big enough for gloves. Overall, I'm super, super impressed with this thing. The brand, whenever I came across them a number of years ago, was more of a budget-friendly helmet. Clearly, they've been doing some great work and have basically come out with something like the Scorpion Exo Eclipse, which is just, like that is a quality helmet right there. Like I said, I'm well impressed. I've got a couple other helmets to review. My main go-to is gonna be this one for a little bit, I think, just to kind of feel it out, put it through its paces, above the Shoei, which is saying something because the Shoei is a good-ass helmet. And people out there that have, you know, larger brains, like Alan here, they do offer a 3X and a full face, which is pretty crazy. Big thanks to JMP Cycles, obviously, for working with us on getting these reviews out to you guys. If y'all have any helmets that you want to see specifically, drop a comment down below, let us know, put in your requests, and we'll do our best to get those out to you. We've done a number of them over the last couple of months, from Shoei RF 1400 to the Biltwell Gringo SV. Now we've got the Scorpion Exo Eclipse, and we've got a couple more coming up. If you have a special request, let us know. The best would be the Shoei RF 1400. I would say this one is up there now with it, if not maybe better than it, but I gotta put some miles on it. If you guys do own this helmet, like I said in the beginning, do me a huge favor, post in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts and feedback on it. And if you guys are interested in this or any of the other helmets we've reviewed, check out the link down in the description below to JMP Cycles. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, do me a huge favor, hit the like, lets YouTube know we're doing a good job. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon also, so send you notifications of future uploads and activity. Till next time, ride safe out there, stay vigilant. Catch you guys in the next one.